Have you ever looked at your life and felt like everyone else was moving forward, except you? You open your phone and there they are. Someone is traveling the world. Someone is building a business. Someone is getting rich. Someone is achieving their dreams. And suddenly your own life feels small. You start asking yourself questions. What am I doing? Why am I not there yet? Am I wasting my time? The strange thing is, nobody ever told you that you were in a race, but somehow you still feel like you're losing. And this is where the comparison begins. And then you look around. It feels like everyone is moving forward. Your friend is learning something new. Someone your age is already making money. Another person is traveling, building a career, or achieving something you always wanted. And suddenly their progress becomes a reminder of everything you think you haven't done. You start believing that you are late. Late to become successful, late to find your purpose, late to become the person you want to be. But here is the problem. You are looking at someone else's chapter 10 while you are still writing your own chapter 2. And that comparison was never fair. Nobody announced a race. There is no starting line, no finish line, no official winner. And yet somehow you feel like you are competing. Every year seems to come with new expectations. By a certain age, you should know what you want. By another age, you should have money, a career, a relationship, a house, a plan for the future. And when you look around and see other people moving faster, you begin to panic. But life was never designed to be a race. You are not losing because someone else is moving faster. There was never a single timeline that everyone had to follow. What makes comparison even more unfair is something we often forget. Everyone starts from a different place. Some people grow up with support, some have money, some have confidence, some discover their passion early. Others spend years simply trying to understand themselves. But we often compare our entire life to someone else's result. We see where they are now, but we don't see where they started. We don't see the opportunities they had, the help they received, the struggles they experienced. Your starting point was never supposed to be identical to someone else's. So stop judging your progress using a map that was never made for you.
But here's the truth. There is no single timeline for life. Some people discover their passion at 16. Others find it at 30, 40, or even later. Some people grow up with support, money, and opportunities. Others have to fight through problems nobody else can see. You are not running the same race as the person you compare yourself to. You are not even starting from the same starting line. So comparing your chapter 5 to someone else's chapter 20 is unfair. You may feel behind simply because you are looking at someone else's progress instead of noticing your own. The question is not, why am I not there yet? The better question is, am I moving forward from where I was before? Social media makes this feeling even stronger. Every day, you see people traveling, buying expensive cars, starting successful businesses, getting fit, and achieving their dreams. But you are only seeing the highlight reel of their lives. You do not see their failures, their doubts, their bad days, or the years of work behind that one perfect moment. Meanwhile, you compare their best moments to your everyday life. Of course, you feel behind. But remember, social media is not reality. It is a collection of carefully selected moments. Someone may look like they have everything figured out, while secretly feeling just as lost as you do. Never measure your entire life against someone else's edited highlights. Another reason you may feel behind is because you expect progress to happen quickly. You work hard for a few days, weeks, or even months, and when nothing changes immediately, you start thinking that you are failing. But real progress is usually invisible at first. A tree does not grow tall overnight. Your skills, confidence, knowledge, and future are developing beneath the surface. Every book you read, every mistake you make, every difficult day you survive is building something inside you. You might not notice the change today, but one day, you will look back and realize that the person you are now is completely different from the person you used to be. Progress is often happening before you can see it. Sometimes, feeling behind comes from setting goals that are not truly yours. You see someone becoming rich, famous, or successful, and you automatically decide that you need the same life. But do you actually want it? Maybe you are chasing someone else's definition of success. Maybe your real dream is completely different. Success is not only about money, followers, or achievements. It can mean becoming healthier, learning a new skill, helping your family, or simply becoming a better version of yourself. When you stop chasing goals that belong to other people, life becomes much less stressful. You realize that you were never behind. You were simply walking toward a destination that was never yours. The truth is, life is not a race. There is no finish line that everyone must reach at the same age. You do not have to become successful at 20, get rich at 30, or have your entire future planned before you are ready. Some people move quickly, while others take more time to find their direction. And that is completely normal. A late start does not mean a bad ending. Many successful people struggled for years before anyone noticed them. Their journey simply took longer. So if you feel like you are behind, remember this: you are not late. You are still growing, learning, and becoming the person you are meant to be. Your story is not over yet. Instead of asking, "Why am I so far behind?" try asking yourself a different question. What is one small thing I can do today? You do not need to change your entire life overnight. You only need to take the next step. Read a few pages. Practice a skill. Exercise for a few minutes. Finish something you have been avoiding. Small actions may seem meaningless at first, but they become powerful when repeated every day. You do not need perfect motivation. You do not need to know exactly where your life will go. You only need enough courage to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. One small step today can completely change where you are 1 year from now. And maybe the biggest mistake is believing that you have already wasted too much time. You look at the past and think about all the things you could have done differently, the opportunities you missed, the days you wasted, the goals you never started. But the past cannot be changed, and punishing yourself for it will not give you that time back. What you can control is what you do next. You can start today, not tomorrow, not next year. Today, even if you have failed before, you are still allowed to begin again. Your past may explain where you are, but it does not decide where you will end up. You also need to understand that progress is not always visible from the outside. Maybe you are not earning more money yet. Maybe you do not have your dream body, your dream job, or the life you imagined. But perhaps you are becoming more disciplined. Perhaps you are learning how to handle problems better. Perhaps you are slowly becoming stronger mentally. These changes may not receive likes or attention, but they still matter. Not all growth can be measured by money, success, or achievements. Sometimes, simply refusing to give up is progress. Sometimes, surviving a difficult period is an achievement. You may think nothing is happening, while deep inside, you are becoming someone much stronger than before. So the next time you feel like everyone is moving forward while you are standing still, take a moment to look at your own journey. Think about who you were 1 year ago. Think about the things you know now that you did not know before. Think about the challenges you survived and the moments that made you stronger. You may not be where you want to be yet, but that does not mean you are going nowhere. Sometimes, progress is simply continuing when you feel like giving up. Your journey may be slower than you expected, but slow does not mean stopped. Keep going. One day, you may realize that the person you were waiting to become was being built by every step you took. You are not behind in life. You are simply on your own timeline. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop believing that you have to achieve everything right now. You still have time. More time than you think. Your journey is still being written, and the best chapters may not have happened yet. So keep learning, keep growing, keep moving forward, even if your progress feels slow. Because one day, you will look back and realize that you were never falling behind. You were becoming the person you were always meant to be.